So here I am. Just found this slip, which a good friend of mine, Tommy, told me about. It's definitely not used. We're about 2 hours off high water, and that's onto a sandy beach. And the best thing about it is, the car is there. What about that for a lovely little mark to drop on, eh? Along the North Wales coast. Lovely. It's clearly not used. If that wasn't there, I would not have fished this, because it could have been a working slip. But clearly, it doesn't lead to a beach. You're going to get no dog walkers going off there unless they want to go over slippery rocks and for a swim. And nobody's going to be launching any boats or anything there because of that. So perfect. So you join me and Lily on the North Wales coast. By Landulus we are, not far from it. Yeah, I'm going to... Well, it's about 2.5 hours slide tide, so I'm going to have a drink. Lil's going to have a drink. I just brought her a tinned chicken dinner. I'm going to get the rods in. I've got some squid, and I've just picked up some fresh worm from roast tackle and bait. So, yeah, it's looking all right, isn't it? It's blowing in a bit. It's supposed to be sandy. I just fished about a mile to the right of the coast earlier. Had a fish from there and lost a big fish, so maybe that slips the place. Let's do it. So our Lily's having a tinned chicken chunks, ain't you, girl? And a good hydrate, because it's a bit warm and she's been out this morning with me. She has been having water all day, but she is fluffy and she's got a lot of fur, and black absorbs the heat, so you've got to keep her watered. Oh, I hope that's going to be like that bass on my worm in a minute. Like, big bite, big bite. It's a dogfish. Coat's looking good, Lil. You've been using conditioner? Looking really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Literally, the car is there. Loads of bait and squid and all sorts going around in there. Have a chuck off there. It's another 2 hours till I, so I reckon it's going to come halfway up this slip. You know, I might be able to actually fish from here if it does come up. Just send it in from here anyway and walk down if I get one. It's going to be fun. Beautiful along this coast though, isn't it? It really is. All them fish out there now. Come on, seagull, drop down. Pull a bass out, show me. I've fished here before off the rocks. I've done well on the mackerel here, to be honest. I've done really well on the mackerel. I just don't think I've turned up along this coast yet. No, not in numbers anyway. But yeah, don't look too slippy. I can keep my Crocs on. I'll get a worm out and I'll get a squid out, and we'll see how we go. Let's get down there. Well, I was going to fish on the slope until a lady and a grandchild, by the look of it, have just decided to sit down and have a picnic on the middle of the slope. So I'm not going to fish on the slope. I'm fishing to the side of it. Look at these worms from roast tackle and bait. They are absolute snakes. And I'm just going to flick it from the rocks from here. I'll have to walk across the rocks or drag it onto the slope if I get one. So the right rod is going to have that big worm on. Look at that. That is a cracking fresh look. They're brilliant worms, them. The left one's going to have a squid on. So let's get the right one out, and then I'll show you what I'm doing with the left one. I can't believe they've just sat right in the middle of the slope. I even lifted all my stuff down, ready to just go down the slope, and then bang, I've sat right in the middle on a blanket having a picnic. Oh well. It's for everybody, that slope, innit? Not just for me. Well, here we go on fishing. To casting, I've walked down to the edge of them rocks and sent it, so I've hit a good distance. If I get a fish on, I will go across the rocks to the slope and get it in. It was so funny. I literally lifted my rods down, got everything ready, and I was literally just about to put the camera tripod behind me to start filming, and I've walked straight past my rods, straight past the camera tripod, and put a blanket right in the middle of the slope and got a picnic out. It doesn't bother me. They've got as much right to be there and command that slope as I have, or as anybody else have. That's just how it is. That's how it is. It was just funny. I was just like, with a rod in my hand, like, brilliant. It's about an hour and a half till high tide, so I'm sure if I wanted to, in half hour, an hour, I could drop on there. It is what it is. I'm fishing in the same sort of area, to be honest. Although I can't get as close to the water here. I can get a few rocks away, but I'd have got a lot more distance down there, and I wouldn't have had as much line out the water in the wind, and I wouldn't have been on a car park and I'd be able to land the fish easier. But it is what it is. It's going to be interesting when I bring a bait in to see how I can get it up over these rocks, but that's how it is, isn't it? Maybe I was meant to be here. But yeah, anyway, if you like this type of stuff, subscribe. Sorry, Lily lad. Sorry, girl. Oh, I can smell them chicken chunks. Don't smell that bad, actually. a loaf of bread in there. I might smear a few on it and have a sandwich. But yeah, the tide's still coming up, so it should get a bit higher on the rocks. I just spoke to my pal Tommy. He was telling me we got rocks for about 60 yards. Now, because of the way I'm casting, and I can't get to the water's edge, I reckon I'm over them, but we'll see on the first cast. I'm hoping I'm on the sand now. The lead hasn't held the best. Both leads haven't held the best, to be honest, because I'm fishing down, so they're not gripping, they're sort of like upwards, but they seem to have settled to an extent. I didn't show you the squid bait on the left one, but I've got a squid bait on, and I've got that big worm on the right one, and that's that really. That is that. I did just see there's a little stream on the way out of here, and I've just seen loads of little trout in it like that. So I ain't got no worms actually or anything. I might have a little flick for a trout. There's the train going past right on cue. I might have a little flick for a trout after here. In this video you might see it. Might have 10 minutes off the bridge, see if we can get one. We'll stick it out here for an hour first, but yeah, I can't believe that. I was like, yeah, I love this slope. Look at that. I can get down there on my own, get out the wind, get right to the edge of the water, hit the sand bed, lovely. And now I'm on a car park fishing over a 15-metre drop of rocks. That's just how it is, isn't it? That's just how it is. What can you do? There's far too many people here for me. I've been waiting about 40 minutes to get down on that slip. Nobody's moved, they're still there, so it's an hour till high tide. I'm going to go in at Pensarn. It's a busy beach, but you got loads of, it's massive, so I can get a little space on there. I'm going to whiz down and have an hour there. It's an hour till high tide. It can throw up bass and hounds and anything, and I've got the squid and the worms. Let's hope I can get these rods in without actually tangling, and I really can't be doing a video. I'm literally on a car park, and there's to my left, to my right, and all around there's people just parked in the cars watching the rods to see if I catch any fish. Not my type of fishing. I must have been asked about at least 30 times in the last 40-45 minutes if I've caught anything, and I haven't. My scissors have seized up, so right, I'm going to cut them cameras off, that camera off. I'll see you at Pensarn for an hour. Well, I'm at the new venue, but you won't expect me to pop up here. I'm on a canal near Macclesfield. Look who's here, in his GKJ fishing hoodie. I didn't know that was here. Curtis and Caden are fishing here, they're on the perch, and they've had 6. So you know what, I've got some worms, I've got my little drop shot rod, and I've come here. I could not fish in, Curtis is just under the bridge up there. I could not fish with that many people. It was everywhere. Every 2 minutes I was like, did you catch something? Did you have something? Like, couldn't get no space, so I was like, you know what, I'm getting out of North Wales, the coast's too busy. I'm going to fish early mornings or late nights when I'm on that coast now, especially like the busier parts, like along the North Wales coast. We are here now, these boys have had 6 perch, so I'm going to drop shot a worm, see if we can get a couple on camera, some big ones, some nice ones. I'll probably blank here as well, but we'll give it a go. See you in a bit. See if we can get something to happen on this Cheshire Canal then. You've just missed another, haven't you, lads? You just missed a big bite then, haven't you? Something hit the worm and took the drag. Just going to bounce a worm about under that bush. You just missed another. Oh, there's a boat coming right on cue. Well, that boat has just gone through the tunnel, so let's see if it makes a difference. Got a feeling there'll be something under this bush. It's pretty deep there. We'll set drag just in case. Just in case. And them flies are absolutely smashing me because I'm covered in squid juice. Well, look at that. I'll put my rod away. I'm going to come and have a go tomorrow. But Curtis has just had that absolute cracker.
Yes.
That's what it's all about, mate. Right, let's get you a picture. I'm going to come back here tomorrow now. I've got to. That's a beauty. Lovely. Well, I haven't put my rod away. It's a snag and I've just bent it up a bit, so I ain't going to set it back up today. Boys will be boys. I'm not going to set it back up today. I'm going to come back here and have an hour in the morning. I'll add it to the end of this video. That sun's bright off. I'm going to be getting some shade. It's better. I'm going to add it to the end of this video tomorrow, so you can be back here again. That was a cracking perch, wasn't it? Ooh, it was a cracking perch. Oh, there's kayakers coming. We better get the rods in. Welcome back again. It's now the next day. I've not gone for any perch yet. I thought I'd drop on this little stream. I had a nice trout from here last week. I've just had a look down. I've seen a couple in there, not massive, but there's a couple of trout here I'll show you now. There's just been an Alsatian just gone wading through the stream, so I reckon he scared them all. And these are really finicky trout. Let me turn you around. It's only like a little brook. I'm hoping Big Lily don't jump in. But down here, just got the little light rod, the little Abu Garcia set up with pot of worms. I think they're still here. These worms are getting on to be a week old now, but we've got some in there, hopefully. Yeah, plenty. There's a couple of little brook trout in here, but there's one or two that are really decent, but they're so finicky. I've not brought my fluorocarbon uplink either. I've only got braid straight through, but they normally like to sit underneath that bush there. So I'm going to see if I can sneak one out. I'm going to like sort of fish blind, if you know what I mean. I'm going to keep back behind here and just drop the worm in and keep jigging it. Don't you dare jump in there, girl. This is our chance. And you can see I'm whizzing through here. There's a little weir at the top I might try to. But hopefully we're going to get something out there. And they do come all up and down this stream. They go all up and down there. If we had no success here, I'll go and do a bit of perch fishing. There's a canal up the road which holds some big perch in as well. We'll have a couple of little drops here. Normally, if you don't get them within 10 minutes, you pretty much spook them. So won't be here long. But there's always a chance of a little wild brownie or a rainbow, isn't there? Let's give it a go. It's pretty exciting fishing, this. As I say, if you don't get one pretty much straight away, you can struggle. I thought I sat in a dog turd, then it's a stick. It looks like a big turd. I just kneeled in. That'd have been brilliant, wouldn't it? Lily, don't you go in the water. Come here. I've just got a little, I think it's a 3 gram. I'll come and show you in a minute. See if we can get a perch out first. We've got these little Dentrabina worms. They are full of amino acids. Basically, that's just going to be jigged along. Hopefully something will smash it. And you do get some quite big ones here. I had one getting on towards a couple of pounds the other day. Set me clutch. Just don't want them to see me. If I see you, it's kind of like game over. Yeah, if I see you, it's game over, but I know there's a couple of little ones down there. As I say, I forgot the fluorocarbon. Normally I have a 3 or 4 foot hook link fluorocarbon. And that makes a difference normally. I can probably see this braid. It's not even thin braid. I'm dying to look over and see if there's anything there, but I know that that's going to scupper my chances if I start looking over. Oh no, I don't want to scupper my chances. We will get on the perch after here, unless we have a good session here. I'm going to have to see if I can see one. One's just looked straight at the worm and bolted off. Not even acknowledged it, he's just like, poof. Yeah, they're finicky today. We'll have a cast down here. I think, looking at that was only a little one, about 1/4 pound. And it's just looked at the worm and shot off. See if there's anything down there. Yeah, they're just spooking. That worm is working absolutely perfect along the bottom, and they're just spooking. You can tell when they're not having it. I will persevere for a couple more casts, but I can just tell you now, doubt there's going to be a trout from here. There is a little weir pool over there. Let's have a go over there. Might do. Yeah, they're just not having it here. I think it's going to be time to go and have a go on the perch. It's weird, sometimes the trout will have it, and like they'll smash it one after another, and then like they can just completely ignore all bait and just disappear. Don't think that big, massive Alsatian ploughing through the stream helped really, did it? Let's be honest. I'm going to go up to the weir pool. I've just switched the camera off because I was being finicky. And I've bounced that little worm across the nose of 3 or 4 separate trout. And they're not even big, clever trout, they're just little ones. And as soon as I've seen it, they're like, pfft. Which is weird because sometimes it can be a bite to go. There's a little weir pool up there. It is in the busy park bit. I'm going to have 10 minutes there. And then we're going to go and have a go for some perch for half hour. I want to bring a trout and a perch to camera over the next half an hour. We can do it. Sun's getting bright. So you're at the weir pool, the little waterfall, the deep bit where the monsters are. I have just seen one. It was alright as well, but the water clarity is that clear. I think that could be the problem today. The water is so clear. We'll try and imitate a worm coming off the waterfall, you see. So just like a worm being flipped over the edge. Lily! I think the water clarity is far too clear without the fluorocarbon, that's what I think. We'll give it a couple of whirls. Yeah, straight in the float. I've got to be waiting there for bugs and insects and stuff coming down. Well, I think I had a hit then, maybe. Could have been a snag. There's got to be some hiding underneath all that, ain't there? Yeah, the clarity's that clear. I think they're just spooking so I can see everything. Yeah, this is just right for the trout today. You can just tell straight away the way they're spooking. They're just not interested. Maybe if it's a bit later on in the day or earlier in the morning or something, but they're definitely not having it now. But I know a lovely little perch spot about a 2-minute drive up here, the lane. I've actually had a few pike there doing this on a worm as well, so let's go and have a look, see if we can get ourselves into a little perch. It's just definitely not right for the trout today. I'm going to get a fish before this video ends, I'm telling you. Even if it's this big or this big, I'm going to get one. Back on the canal. This is a throw together video, isn't it? Everything's going on. I'm going to try a little bit that way, then I'm going to go under the bridge and have a little flick in between them boats. I'm only having 10 or 15 minutes. Just want to bring a fish to camera. Started off in North Wales, now I'm in Cheshire. I ain't caught a fish yet. And if I do catch a perch that big, I've done like 200 miles to catch it in 3 different trips. But yeah, I'm just showing you what's happening. We're actually off to Wales in a couple hours time from now. Fishing at Bass Beach tomorrow. And so I heard people, I think they're on the bridge. Oh, they're coming, so I'll be quick. At Bass Beach tomorrow. I'm going on the Menai Sunday for the hounds and the bullocks. Right, let's try and catch a perch. It's always good to start under a bridge, innit? Always a good start. Can't believe I ain't got my fluorocarbon though. Always good to start under a bridge. I can see loads of fry and stuff on top, everywhere. Just want a perch. It's not too much to ask, is it? I'm only going to say this once more, but I do think, especially more so with a perch and having that fluorocarbon on, it's going to absolutely kill it. Makes all the difference. I know there's a lot of perch in here. Try it on. There's a nice bit of weed over there. Nice. There's a boat coming. There's a boat coming both ways. You know, I might just be ending this video on a blank. I'll post it so you can see everything that happens. What a load of crap. I'd unsubscribe if I was you. I'm joking, please don't. There's a lot more coming in the next few days. It's just strange. It's just not been... Oh, I think it might have been a snag. will get something. I'm not leaving here until I catch a perch, put it that way. And then I can say, job's a good one, I'm out of here. Something in my head is telling me that I cannot leave this canal today until I get a perch, even though I need to be leaving soon so we can have to get on the road for Wales. My head is saying no. And I'll be stubborn, I'll be here for an hour to catch one that big if need be. I am stubborn. I don't want to blank. Come on. It's got to happen. Been here before doing this and it's literally just one a chuck. But can't win them all, can you? I'm going to go and try to a spot which normally produces. I've had a few casts there. Try. Just landed on my head then. Right, I'm moving on. I've had enough here already. 2 casts and I'm done. Let's find a perch. That's the face of a deflated man. I've been fishing this canal now for about an hour. I've not had one little hit from one little perch. Now you can normally get 30 or 40 in that time. I can't believe what's going on. Is it the braid? Can I see it? I've not got my fluoro. I know I keep saying it, but that's the only difference. Anyway, I've just made a phone call. I've ordered me loads of worms and loads of fresh peeler crab. I'm off to Wales in about half-hour time. I'm getting back on the hounds, the bass, the huss. I'm getting off the canal. Anyway, if you like what we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give the video a like and drop a comment if you want to. Next video will be either after bass or it'll be a night session on the Menai after some big bull huss. Yeah, the tides are small next week as well. I don't know when you see this because I'm obviously recording days and sometimes weeks in front, but I'll be back on the Mersey. And I've one last go, I think, on the Mersey, on them big hounds. Oh, yes. So I'll see you all when I see you. This was an embarrassing video, but I promise that I'll put everything out that I'll do. So you see it as it is. This started off in North Wales. Started off getting pushed off the slope by some woman having a picnic. Couldn't catch a trout. Got snagged up yesterday trying. Come here, not had a bite. Well, that's how it is, innit? See you in the next video. Bye-bye.